Philip White was a 32-year-old black man who died last week while in police custody. Now, we have known that for a week, but thanks now to new released cell phone footage, we have an idea of exactly how it might have happened. So first here, you're going to see a picture of Philip White from prior to a week ago, a picture of him. And now we have a sequence of photos taken from a video, a higher quality video of dogs attacking him. Now you see him there on his back on the street, not resisting in any visible way. A canine unit attacking him there while multiple police officers watch. There it looks like they might have actually pulled the dog back mercifully, but after allowing the dog to effectively maul Philip White as he laid in the street. Again, you see the dog's back on top of him.
So he appears to be definitively incapacitated when the dog is just destroying him. I mean, the cops are just watching. I don't know if they're amused. I don't want to read anything into that, but certainly they're not stopping the dog. They're encouraging the dog. They unleash the dog on. I mean, look, this is dogs unleashed on black people. Mm-hmm. We've seen this before, right? And now, again, he's unarmed. He's lying on the ground like this, and they're letting a dog eat him.
Yeah, because someone had called in that there was a disturbance.
And no, the disturbance is the cops. You know, in these stories that we cover, not in every story, but in the stories that are now coming up on a daily basis, the disturbance is the cops. When they let people, you know, they let their dogs do this to people. How vicious a person do you have to be? Even if I thought that guy was a threat to me and I didn't have a weapon, which they do. They've got tasers, they've got clubs,
weapons,
they've got pepper spray, they've got guns, etc. I wouldn't let my dog do that to any person.
Let
alone one that's already on the ground and gone, like obviously incapacitated.
It's not like the cops don't understand the threat the dogs can pose. That's why when the cops bust down a door, they shoot the dogs first. They understand dogs are vicious. In this case, they didn't seem to mind it as much. Now that you have the context of seeing those photos, here is a cell phone video that was taken at the scene while it was happening.
Roll over, put your hands up now, do it now. Out. Roll over. Roll him over, he can't move himself. He's knocked out. I got it all on camera. That's crazy, man. Still fall back on your career. You see what happened in here? All of it? All right, I need your information. I'm going to take your phone. You going to take my phone? Yep. You want to video it? We're going to take it for evidence. And see when they told the officer. You going to take my phone for evidence? Yep.
They're, of course, not allowed to take his phone.
No, they can't just take your phone.
But, of course, they want to do that to cover their ass after they did that to the guy.
Yeah, now shortly after that, Philip White was transferred to the hospital after what you just saw depicted in that video. The man was in respiratory distress, according to the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office. It was declared dead at a local medical center. That was just last week. The audio, of course, in that was not particularly high quality. In other audio recordings of police radio calls, one officer can be heard saying White is hyperventilating after arriving at the scene. Minutes later, the officer exclaims, "He's grabbing my gun." Another minute after that, the cop confirms White is under apprehension. So, of course, we don't see that in the video. If there is some sort of dash cam video, we don't have that either. I have a feeling their dash cam will have malfunctioned.
So, let's break this down because this part is really important. Now, remember, he died of respiratory distress, right? And you hear in the audio of the police calls, the police saying he's hyperventilating. Okay? So, in the quote that John just read you, White is hyperventilating after arriving at the scene, they call it in. Minutes later, the officer exclaims, "He's grabbing my gun." Now, wait a minute, he died from the hyperventilation, right? Like he's, you know, I don't know what his particular medical condition is, but you got a dog attacking you like that, chopping you to pieces, etc. And obviously that's causing some sort of distress for you that leads eventually to respiratory distress and failure, and then you pass away, right? How could he be grabbing for your gun minutes later?
Yeah.
Minutes
After
later.
he's...
So no,
Yeah.
and then they say, oh, a minute later, oh, he's under apprehension. Okay.
Yeah.
So it appears that it might be that after they've already gone through all this and they report in, oh my God, he's having problems breathing. A couple of minutes later, they're like, oh right, we got to cover our ass. Go grab the video from that guy who was recording it and call it in so that it's on tape of us saying, oh, he is grabbing my gun. Wait, he was grabbing your gun, and what'd you do? You went all the way to the audio. Hey, he's still grabbing my gun. Yes, he is. Oh, I am in a lot of trouble. That's why I had the dog nearly kill him a little while ago, a couple of minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
As always, we're responding based on the information we have here. We're forced to speculate because the police notoriously will provide almost no information. They tried to get that video not even to be publicly available, let alone any additional information. As information comes in, we will, of course, revise what we think about the situation. But as of right now, it does not look good for those police officers.
And I'll add that I can guarantee you that soon there'll be information released by the cops, not about what they actually did, but about this guy. And they'll say, oh, White was this or that, and then people will smear him after he's already passed away and can't defend himself. That's one of the things about you kill people and then they can't testify, right? Yeah. So I mean, the mob used to do that. Remember, you can't testify against the mob if you're dead, right? So now this guy's also dead, and then afterwards they will smear him. They'll say, "Oh, White did this, White did that. He once had pot on him 17 years ago.
Cigarillos.
Whatever he did, and he's a bad guy. So it was okay that we killed him and had the dogs rip him apart.
Yeah,
right. It's not okay." And so, if they've got a better explanation, we're all ears.
Yeah.
Okay. But the reality is, as usual, right now it looks like they killed another unarmed black man, and they did it in as vicious a way as you could possibly imagine.